boy Roto Beast. I'm here with my boy Jeremy. We're here to present you our NBA morning shoot around. I'm sorry. We're here to present you our NBA live segment for Wednesday, February 27th. If you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our NBA, NFL, and MLB videos. If you haven't clicked, check out the website here at dfscheatsheet.com. You're absolutely missing out. We have all the tools to help you compete with the pros day in and day out, including a complete optimizer, tons of content, daily Fanduel and Draftkings cash lineups. Hey, we're truly a one-stop shop for all your DFS needs. So make sure to come check out the site here at dfscheatsheet.com. Sorry, bro. Got confused. A bunch of videos that we're cranking out right now. So how you doing out there, Jeremy?
Yeah, man, it's been one of those days. And just to let everybody know, we have put a director and content in place for the site. You're going to see a ton of written and video content, a lot of exciting stuff on the horizon. Looking to have MMA up, PGA more in depth. I know a lot of people asked about the Crush Spot, the Value Street article. Those will all be back. They're actually Crush Spot is up right now on the site, and so is a Value Street piece. So tons of content being updated. Tons of content about to go on the site going forward. We're adding PGA and MMA, like I said, as well. So, yeah, man, I can see how you got tongue-tied because it's been a busy couple days for us.
Yeah, for sure. So real quick, before we jump into any questions, if you don't mind, can you run us through kind of some injury news that we've got recently, kind of where we're at on the day, etc.?
Hassan Whiteside will not play today. That's the most recent news. He's been ruled out. James Johnson has also been ruled out, so that opens up a couple of things for Bam and for Kelly Olynyk, obviously. We know in that same game, DeMarcus Cousins have been ruled out for rest purposes. Chris Paul will play today. There was some question about that. The one thing we have not heard yet is about Jeff Teague. Still waiting for news on that. Obviously, Tyus Jones is the most impacted player since he's been starting in place of Jeff Teague. That's really the bulk of the news. You look at the Heat players. There's a ton of stuff with injury news. We're waiting around them. Magruder's playing. Justice Winslow is playing. Like I said, James Johnson and Hassan Whiteside have been ruled out. So that's kind of the most impactful news, really that's there for today's slate.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, real quick before we jump into anything,
actually, bro, let me one other thing we talked about on the shoot around video. We're talking about the what if with Anthony Davis and all those guys. It has come out that Anthony Davis will only play 20 minutes today and is not expected to play in the fourth quarter of tonight's game. Basically 5 to 7 minutes in each of the first three quarters is what they've said he's going to play. No news that I've seen regarding any other players, just Anthony Davis. And he's not expected to play in the fourth quarter. Obviously, I really think that makes Julius Randle in the narrative spot with Anthony Davis not playing in the fourth quarter really, 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 really close to being a lock tonight at your power forward spot in cash games.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, P. I love Randall. I put him in my core play that I just did about 20 minutes ago. If you guys want to go check that out after this video. So real quick, man, the question of the night really is, I mean, well, not one of the main questions is who you paying up for tonight, man?
Yeah, I think in cash games you pay up for LeBron, and I think in tournaments I don't mind paying up for Giannis. I have done a lot of builds today where I've plugged in LeBron and Kevin Durant, and I'm still able to pay up at power forward and a point guard position or a shooting guard position if you want to. There's really the opportunity with the value on the board today. We can discuss some of the value if you want, but obviously Kevon Looney, Kelly Olynyk is elite value as well. Small forward spot, there's not a ton of value out there, but if you want to take a look at a guy like a Taurean Prince starting today, I guess I could get behind that in tournaments. Justin Holiday in a narrative spot, getting a lot of run, waiting to see what happens with Avery Bradley, but he's also a value play. And then a value play I like a lot in tournaments. I like Rondo. You like Dragic, but there's another guy that's in there as well, Tyus Jones, if Jeff Teague is ruled out. And then, I think another guy worth mentioning too is Thomas Satoransky at 6.2. He's worth a look in tournament. So there's plenty of guys you can fill in to pay up at a couple of spots. I'm really fixed on Durant and LeBron and Giannis and kind of rotating those three guys out simply because we know what the numbers are with DeMarcus Cousins out, right? There's a very good sample size with and without Cousins, and Kevin Durant's the biggest beneficiary of that at 9.2, very fair price.
Yeah, for sure. One guy that I'm liking and is kind of growing on me, and I don't think he's going to be low owned tonight. A guy that, though, like I said, he's really standing out to me. Obviously, we always want to get some sort of late game exposure for the most part. And I know we're probably going to have LeBron, Randall, has a chance to make it. But a guy that's not being talked about that I'm really, really liking, I'm actually really, really liking Alfred Payton. I think Payton is in a solid spot. Nobody has talked about him. He's came back 3 games now. He's pretty much playing about 30 minutes a game. He just played the Lakers 2 games ago, and he had a really, really good game. 62.
Bro, I apologize because I meant to say Elfrid Payton and I said Saturansky. I totally meant Elfrid Payton, bro. I apologize.
Okay, yeah, no, but like I said, I mean, Alfred Payton is a guy that I'm really liking. He's going to play about 30 minutes. He's a guy that fills up the stat sheet. I don't like this guy where Anthony Davis plays a lot of minutes, but he's only playing 20 minutes. So the usage is there for Alfred Payton. I just think this is a good spot, and I think he gives you a solid floor and up-tempo game against the Lakers. He's a guy that, like I said, I haven't seen anywhere. Nobody's talking about, but I think he's a really, really good play for sure. So yeah, man, let me jump in the chat, see if we got any questions, etc. in there, and we can kind of just get those in and get out and go get our lineups done for the night. So I mean, we got a couple questions. Any love for Harkless tonight? I actually like Harkless. I think Harkless is a decent play tonight. I mean, the guy, he's had a couple solid games, and the price tag 4.7, it's a fair price tag. Obviously, we would like it to be a little bit lower. But, I mean, 4.7 value-wise, we need about 23. And he's got you at least 26 in 3 straight games. For me, Harkless is strictly a GPP play. But I think that you could definitely take a shot and kind of get him at a very, very low ownership.
Harkless is a very good tournament play. Obviously, no Evan Turner means more run for him. I think he's a fine tournament play.
Yeah, for sure. So what do you think about Looney? You just put him in, move on?
Look, to me, this is one of those situations that's rare, right? We don't have how many times in the past have we seen a guy who's a perennial all-star, a $13,000 player, sit out for half a season and watch a team play one way and then insert the guy and watch a team play a different way? So we know what Looney does. We watched it for half of the season. We know who's impacted by Boogie being on the floor and Boogie being off the floor. So I think at 3.5, he'll be insanely owned. His price is not going to matter. His output is not going to matter. I mean, obviously, if he gives you 35 or 40 fantasy points and you don't have him, then your lineup's going to be done in most cases because you can't make that up from that kind of a value standpoint. But if he gets you 12 points tonight and he's your drop spot, it's not going to matter.
Right. Yeah. No, that's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel about the Looney situation as well, for sure.
25 is a very, very reasonable number for him to hit. We've seen him in that 17 to 27 fantasy point range a lot. So, asking for 25, and the Warriors just announced right now Looney is confirmed he is starting, and Jeff Teague has been ruled out. So Tyus Jones becomes probably the secondary chalk spot at your point guard number 2 in cash, and Looney the chalk spot at center.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, it's getting a little bit easier for us. Chris Cox wants to know, do we like Middleton or Hield in the late game?
I really like Buddy Hield. In this spot, and I'll give you 2 reasons why. Giannis is back, and he's going to play in this game. He's listed as probable. Barring anything nuts and him being ruled out after lock, he's probable to play. And the second reason is Buddy Hield's hot. If you know basketball, sports period. When a guy's hot, you just roll it.
Right, for sure. Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, any questions you guys got, get us to us now. We're going to be here about 5 more minutes, and then we're going to get out of here. We got some of our own lineups to build. So, I got a quick question. Who's your favorite play on the slate? Period, point blank. Money doesn't matter. Who's a guy you got to have in at least 90% of lineups tonight?
A guy you have to have. I'm not sure that there is that guy on the slate because of the value that's out there.
For you, somebody that you're just absolutely on.
Somebody that I'm absolutely on I'm on Harden.
On Harden? Okay. And why are you on Harden? I'm curious because I'm not on Harden personally.
I'm on Harden because of the fact that the narrative's over, right? There's no more, let's extend the streak to 30 games. I think that takes, I think if you're anyone who's on a streak, when a streak gets to a certain point, it takes on a life of its own and a certain inherited pressure comes with it.
Right.
That's over. I think that from an ownership standpoint, I think he'll be a bit diminished tonight. I don't think his ownership on 11-game slate is going to be extremely high because of the fact that Chris Paul's playing next to him. But let's not forget, the guy did just score 30 fantasy points in like 23 or 24 consecutive games. So just because the streak is over doesn't mean don't load the guy up. So I'm looking for diminished ownership. I love the fact that it's the first game on the slate, and it gives you an opportunity to get a solid floor and get your lineup off to a nice start. And it's contrarian because I think people are going to pay up for LeBron James tonight. I really do.
Yeah, no, I could definitely, I definitely see exactly what you're saying. For sure. I think LeBron's going to be the chalk guy. So Harden is going to be lower owned, and he's a guy that kind of differentiates yourself a little bit because there is going to be some chalk spots. As we mentioned already. One guy that our boy Hav is really on. He's been saying this since yesterday. He was telling me this last night. Was Cat. Cat is a guy that Hav's really on. What do you think about Cat tonight?
I think today the two sites
really quick. I'm sorry. Yeah, especially with Teague, I think that does give Cat a boost as well.
Absolutely, but the two sites couldn't be more different tonight in DraftKings and FanDuel. On FanDuel, I really think that with the drop spot play, the drop spot is loony. It's the drop spot play. If you want to be contrarian, you want to build differently. I could see that. Fine, do that. You got to do that in tournaments sometimes to be a bit different. Fine. DraftKings, you literally have the opportunity tonight, and we discussed this, the three of us off the air earlier. You can put 4 centers in your lineup tonight because of eligibility. You can put Karl-Anthony Towns as a utility spot. You can plug in Dwight Powell as your center since that's his only eligibility. And then you've got Looney, who has power forward and forward eligibility. You've got Thomas Bryant in a really good spot. I mentioned him on the shoot around video. His price is really good. So you can on DraftKings, I'm all for Towns. On FanDuel, I don't know if you need to go there because the build the roster construction doesn't necessarily dictate that, especially in cash games. You'd be really off the board in cash games, in my opinion, if you went with Towns over Looney.
Yeah, no, I get you for sure. Yeah, no, for sure. I think Looney just kind of put him in, move on. That's what we kind of talked about already. Would you take one of the Minnesota guards over Alfred Payton or GG? Who's GG? I'm not sure who GG is, Eric. If you don't mind, clear that up for us. But yeah,
I thought maybe we were talking boxing for a minute. I thought maybe that was Gennady or something.
Oh yeah. I know the EP. I know Eric is talking about EP for Alfred Payton. I don't know. No, I don't know who the GG is though. That was the one. But yeah, no, I like the Minnesota guards a lot, and I think that so this is actually a debate, and I talked about this on my core plays video. I went with Alfred Payton as my core play, and then I told everybody, I said, look, if we get if we get Teague ruled out, then Tyus Jones or Derrick Rose probably jump up the list a little bit over Alfred Payton. How do you feel about that?
I don't mind Derrick Rose. But I think the thing you have to consider with Derrick Rose is that he's really playing small forward. He's not running point guard, and he's really playing small forward. Derrick Rose's run in the beginning came with Teague out and Tyus Jones out, and it was kind of a default spot. They made that trade. They had, got rid of Jimmy Butler. They brought on Covington. They brought on Dario Saric, etc. When Jeff Teague's been out and Tyus Jones has been available, Derrick Rose has played more shooting guard / small forward for them in a smaller lineup. And I think that you have to take that in consideration, that you're playing a third small forward with Derrick Rose when you play for him on FanDuel especially. So I don't mind Tyus Jones. We know Tyus Jones is crush value when he's gotten starts. Going back to last year, the guy crushed value when he had the opportunity to start for Jeff Teague. So I don't mind, I don't mind Tyus Jones, but I'm a little bit and think that the Derrick Rose is a tournament player.
It's not cheap enough where it's a give me price tag. It's kind of where I'm at. I think you're probably at the same way.
I just don't. I think that Derrick Rose with Dario Saric starting, I think that and you have a Kogi who's really kind of filled into a role. I think that it just diminishes if Tyus Jones was out and Derrick Rose's price tag was what it was all day long, obviously.
Right. Yeah, no, I get you completely, but I think that they're both still going to get theirs because they're actually playing. They played a little bit alongside of each other. Derrick Rose, he'll come in as a shooting guard a little bit as well, giving Wiggins and Okogie a break also. So that's something I think that they're both going to get theirs. And even though last game Tyus Jones had a really good game, Derrick Rose, he still has 17 shots. I mean, if the guy's taking 17 damn shots, you got to like him. The opportunity's there. We always talk about, we're looking for opportunity when we're looking for DFS players. 17 shots is a good opportunity for a guy at a very fair price tag. Real quick, what do you think? We actually, this is our last question, and we're going to get out of here, bro. I got some stuff. Actually, 2 more questions, sorry. And then we're going to get out of here. Quick question is, do we like Wiggins or Buddy Hield? For me, I would say Buddy Hield. What's your thoughts on that?
I really like Wiggins' price, especially on DraftKings.
Okay, so Jeremy's saying Wiggins. Me, I
think on DraftKings I would probably go Wiggins, and on Fanduel I'd probably go with Buddy Hield. I like both of them. I don't have a problem putting both of them there. I have them as my 2 and 3 shooting guards today.
Right. So there you go. OG, last question. We'll get out of here. With Whiteside ruled out, do we expect Bam to be chalk and be the best play, or do you like Kelly Olynyk a little bit more still? I threw the Kelly Olynyk part in. Bam, the original question is Bam the chalk spot?
I don't know if Bam is the chalk spot. I think it depends on how you're building. Either one is fine. Obviously, you're getting a discount with Bam, so people are cheap and they like to pay up. So I could see Bam being a little bit more owned than Olynyk.
Yeah, for sure. I like Olynyk a lot, though. I think Olynyk is a really, really good play. So, hey, that's all that we got for you on our, NBA Live segment, for today, Wednesday, February 27th. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel.
Oh, hey, Eric is talking about he's put like 3 different initials there. I'm pretty sure he's talking about Goran Dragic, GD.
Oh, yeah. I definitely would like Peyton over Dragic. And I'm not really on Dragic no more. I'd rather probably go to Rose or go to Tyus Jones, figure out the couple extra dollars to get them. Hey, that's all that we got for you. 11-game slate. It's going to be a fun one tonight. There's a lot of different ways that you can build lineups. Like I said, check out the optimizer. You want to play the actual cash lineups that we're playing every single day, you could do that as well. Check out the site, dfscheatsheet.com. Outside of that, hey, man, thank you guys for checking out this video, and good luck on your guys' contest tonight, all right? Peace out.